Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David and this is a magic review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up because that just means you like magic. I like magic. Who knew? I do magic reviews. I do magic reviews every single week. I also do deck reviews, playing cards. Not as often as I'd like, but I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the playing cards. And I also do giveaways. I do giveaways here on this channel and over on Instagram. So you're gonna wanna make sure to give me a like and a follow, a subscribe. That helps me out. That encourages me every day to see that number go up. That means you guys like me, you guys watch me. That encourages me, especially now in these dark times, right? Hey, today we're gonna look at Flame from Murphy's Magic. All right, Flame, what is it? It's a lighter. It's a lighter trick. It's a butane lighter trick. And in the trick, you flick the lighter. They see the little flame. And then with like a little wave of your hand, you can make the flame go up and down and up and down. And it's a fun little thing to play with. It's a really cool optical illusion. Can you do it? Let's find out. All right, so a couple questions we always ask about all of our magic reviews. And the first of which is, what's in the box? What's in the box? You're getting the lighter, right? You need the lighter. Comes in a little drawer slide box that's really not that much bigger than the lighter. You're gonna download code to the link. That's like 20 minutes of instructions, so it's not hard to do. You will not get any butane though. There's no butane in this. They can't ship you butane, right? That wouldn't be right. And plus they don't know how old you are. So let's just throw out a little disclaimer. You should be 18 years of age. You buy this, you should be 18 years old. I'm just stating a fact because you're literally playing with fire, right? You are playing with fire. So you should be an adult, okay? And second, you need to buy some butane. So go to the grocer, go to your local camping store, hardware store, go to Amazon, buy a can of butane, the kind that's disposable that has a little applicator tip in the cap. You need that because when you get this in the mail, you're gonna wanna play with fire. You can't play with fire unless you have the fuel, okay? So you need both. So I know this costs 20 bucks. This costs 20 bucks, but you need to go out and buy butane as well. A big old can of disposable butane, you should get hundreds of applications out of it, if not double hundreds. All right, second question. Is it what I thought? Because I only asked this because, well, I always ask this, but primarily because you can search YouTube for how to do this. There's a bunch of places about how to hack a lighter so that it does this same trick. And if you've seen those videos already, you probably saw the trailer for this and thought, oh, that's just that, ballpoint pen hack with a light. Nope, it's not. It is not. There's no ballpoint pen ink hack jerry rig in this. This is a much more professional gimmick. This lighter has an on-off switch. This lighter has moving parts. It has a dial. It was constructed to do this, and it's such a better prop. This is not the YouTube hack, okay? This is the controllable flame that you can make go up and down. I don't think the YouTube one, I think it just appears above, right? And let's just talk about science for a second. All you sciencey nerds, you guys like science? Let's throw some science at you, all right? The flame is not floating, okay? The flame is not floating. There's a part of the flame that you can see because it radiates in the visible part of the spectrum. And then the other part is radiating in the UV part of the spectrum. And that's why you don't see it, okay? So it's not really floating. Sorry to burst your bubble. It's not really magic. Can it be inspected? I wouldn't think so, because the lighter doesn't really look like any lighter they've ever seen. I think most of us have just seen disposable Bic lighters. Maybe they've seen like the flip top wheel lighters, but this one looks gimmicky. It looks strange. And I would think if they inspected it and they found any of these other parts, these other bells and whistles, they would just assume that those bells and whistles made the fire do what it does, and they'd be right. All right, so what's the overall quality and production value of the video? Like I said, it's 20 minutes long. You got Javier from Murphy's. He's gonna give you an intro, talk about what's inside the box, how to fill it with butane. Watch that part, right? He's gonna talk about how to set your flame to the perfect size. He'll go over some safety tips. Watch that part. And then he'll go over 3 different tricks, which are kind of the same. I mean, it's really just making the fire go up and down, right? So there's a basic levitation where the fire goes up and down. There's a trick called elements, where he combines this with some flash paper. And then there's a gag where he inhales the flame into his nostrils. And then lastly, he'll close with some tips, some ideas, and some thank yous. Is it well made? It's very well made. And again, this is not the lighter hack that you see on YouTube. So this is a much more professional device. And for 20 bucks, you can't go wrong, right? I'd rather have this. I'd rather have a professional lighter built for this that only uses butane, doesn't use ballpoint pen ink, okay? Only uses butane. And pocket space wise, doesn't take up any pocket space. It's the size of a lighter. So if you're already doing flame magic, or you like flame magic, or maybe you have that kind of element to your persona, right? That it would work for this. That'd be a really cool thing to do a little flame magic trick. It's really a gag, really. It's really a thing, right? It's some sort of observable magic. It's not really participatory magic. You're not asking the spectator to do anything. They're not selecting a card. They're not choosing left or right, A or B. You're just showing them a little piece of whimsy. So really this should be added to something else. So you shouldn't just say, hey, you want to see something? Watch this. Whoa. Because then they're going to say, well, show me that lighter, right? Let me see that. Let me see what you're doing. So you really need to add this to another trick that maybe involves fire or flash paper or selecting a card or something, right? This should be a prop that you use on the way to a trick or as part of a trick, okay? Just so that it's a little bit of like, whoa, like a little bit of wonder, like, or a little bit of like shake their head, like, did I really see that kind of thing? Positives, just like I've been saying, it's a beautiful piece of whimsy. It's a nice effect, an illusion, really. It might not come across as magic to everyone who sees it. They might just assume that you're doing what you're doing, maybe even because they've seen some of those YouTube video hacks before, but I think it definitely sets you apart and would give them something to remember. It'd be very interesting for them to describe to their friends, I saw him levitate a flame up into the air and down, and he controlled it with his finger, right? So that's kind of cool. Negatives, if I was gonna go over any negatives to this, and I'm always gonna tell you that in every review, right? I'm completely honest, unbiased, open, right? I'm an open book. Tell you the good, the bad, things I liked, things I didn't like. I want you to spend your money well. It is only 20 bucks, right? It's 20 bucks, and it's interesting, right? It's a cool little effect. But like I said at the top of this, they're probably gonna wanna inspect it, and you can't really let them. So there's that. You kind of have to just deflect from asking people to inspect it, because I think it looks a little weird. Plus, when you're doing the motion, right, and the flame's going up and down, you're controlling that. And so you have to control it in a way that's unseen. And that's gonna take some practice, because I think if you're practicing in the mirror, you might not watch the flame. You might watch your hands to see what you're doing. And when you watch your hands, you're gonna pay extra careful attention to your hands. So even in performance, you really have to watch the flame, track it with your eyes, track your finger with your eyes, so that the attention is away from what you're really doing. And you don't want people to burn you, because they'll say, hey, when the flame was moving, your hand was moving, right? You don't want that. But back to, is it worth your money? It's 20 bucks. I mean, that's nothing. 20 bucks for a fire effect, that's nothing. Well, plus you gotta buy the butane. Don't forget to buy the butane, okay? And don't forget, you have to be 18. You need to be 18. But don't just take my word for it. There are plenty of other magic review channels out there on the internet, one of which is The Magic Buzz. The Magic Buzz also reviewed this effect. Make sure you go out to their channel, check that one out as well, and get that second and third, fourth opinion before you spend your money. That's everything I can say about Flame from Murphy's Magic. I, of course, got mine from hocus-pocus.com. If you want to purchase yours, I would suggest you head down there as well. They've got a ton of magicians standing by that would love to answer your questions, help you fill up your shopping cart, and they would love to be your #1 resource for magic tricks on the internet. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.